Thank you for visiting our channel. Please like, share and subscribe for more exciting food videos. Welcome back. In part 2, we'll dive into making Gulab Jamun at home, common mistakes to avoid, and the best ways to serve and enjoy this sweet treat. Let's get cooking. Next comes frying. Keep the heat at low to medium-low so the inside cooks before the outside gets too dark. The color hue matters. You want a deep golden brown, not mahogany and not pale. While the jamuns fry, you make sugar syrup with water and sugar, then add aromatics like cardamom, saffron, or rose water. The syrup should feel sticky but still pour easily. Too thick, and it won't soak well. Finally, soak the fried jamuns in warm syrup. Let them rest long enough to plump up. When you cut one open, the center should look even and moist, not dry, not doughy and not hollow. Key ingredients that control taste and texture. If you want to understand Gulab Jamun, start with the dairy. Khoya, mawa, is milk simmered until most water evaporates. It's rich and slightly grainy by nature, and it makes a classic, full-bodied jamun. Some people use paneer in small amounts for softness, but too much can make the texture coarse. Milk powder versions work because milk powder already has concentrated dairy solids. It's consistent and easy to store, which is why many home cooks like it. A small amount of all-purpose flour or semolina helps bind and adds structure. Use a light hand, since too much turns the center bready. The leavener matters too. A pinch of baking soda, or baking powder, adds tenderness by creating tiny air pockets. Too much gives a soapy taste and can cause the balls to crack. For frying, many prefer ghee for flavor, but neutral oil works. The syrup is where aroma lives. Cardamom is the backbone, rose water adds perfume, and saffron adds a honey-like note and color. Common mistakes, and easy fixes that actually work. Most Gulab Jamun problems have simple causes. These fixes save batches. Dough cracks while shaping. It's too dry. Add a teaspoon of milk, then rest the dough for 5 to 10 minutes. Hard center. Oil was too hot, or you fried too fast. Lower the heat and fry longer for an even brown. Flat, greasy jamuns. Oil was too cool, or the dough is too soft. Heat the oil slightly and chill the shaped balls for a few minutes. Jamuns don't soak syrup. Syrup is too thick, or the temperature gap is off. Use warm syrup and let the jamuns cool for a minute before soaking. Grainy syrup. Sugar didn't dissolve fully. Stir on low heat until clear before simmering. Keep one rule in mind, slow frying beats high heat every time. Best ways to eat Gulab Jamun in India style, plus smart buying tips. Gulab Jamun is often served as the last note of a meal, but the right way depends on mood. Some people want it warm and dripping, others prefer it chilled so the syrup tastes cleaner and less intense. At home, a common move is to warm Gulab Jamun gently and spoon extra syrup on top. In restaurants, you'll often see it paired with vanilla ice cream, where hot syrup meets cold cream in the same bite. At celebrations, it's served in bulk, easy to plate, easy to share, and always welcome. How it is served at home, in restaurants and at celebrations. You'll typically find Gulab Jamun after dinner, when everyone wants something sweet but not heavy. At weddings, often alongside other Indian sweets on a shared table. During festivals, especially Diwali and Eid, when sweets are part of hospitality. Rabri is a favorite pairing when you want something richer, and chopped pistachios or almonds add crunch without changing the soul of the dessert. Thank you for watching. Please remember to like, share and subscribe.